waiting. So one of my favorite things, but I do want, although Francesca's book I did like a lot, I was not ready. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my vlog. This one's gonna be another reading vlog for you guys. I actually really enjoyed filming the last reading vlog that I did when it came to reading the first 4 Bridgerton books. I'm still in the process of reading those. However, I did feel like I needed to take a little break in between reading the Bridgerton books, only because, not that they're like super similar, I do really love them and I'm gonna continue to read them. I only have 3 left, and I think there's like an extra one about Violet, I think, and how her and their dad came together. But I just feel like there's similarities in some of the Bridgerton books, and I just kind of wanted to take a break from those since I have just read them like back to back to back. I'm sure that there are people who will read them like all in a row, but for some reason I just really needed like a little bit of a break in between. So I ended up reading those first 4 books. No, I'm sorry, I ended up reading 5 of those books. So I read up into Eloise's story, and then I ended up reading Queen Charlotte, and I did really like that one. I thought that one was a good one. However, that one I also kind of felt like, when is it gonna start? Have you guys ever read books and some of them, like, even throughout reading them, you kind of feel like, is this the point of the book, or like, is there something that we're waiting for throughout the book? Even for movies I sometimes feel like that, but for this one I did kind of feel like I didn't really know when the book was gonna start. I was kind of just waiting for the book to start. So that's kind of how I felt about Queen Charlotte. I did really like the story, I like them both together, but I did kind of feel like I was just waiting for it to like come to something, and it didn't. So I'm just taking a break from the Bridgerton books right now. I did already start reading some of, what is it called, When He Was Wicked. When He Was Wicked, yeah, Francesca's story. I actually am starting to like this one a little bit more. I think the first 5, was it 5, were a little bit similar in how like they got together, or like their interest with one another, and like how they found and courted their significant other. Like, I think that those are similar, but I actually really like this When He Was Wicked story, or Francesca's story, because I feel like we're already in the marriage. Like, we're already in it, we're starting it strong. Like, it's different. It's not like the courting process, like how she got to be with, I think it's John. Yeah, so I do kind of already like it, so I'm glad I took a little bit of a break. I actually started reading We Were Liars, I think it's called, or We Are Liars? We Were Liars. So I started reading We Were Liars. I tried to read this book. I had borrowed it from the library like a year or 2 ago, and I read like the first chapter, but I didn't get hooked in automatically, so I kind of put it down and I never picked it back up. But I did see that they're coming out with a show. I think it's on Amazon Prime, so I was like, let me try to read it again. I actually started reading it. I'm about like 80% done with the book, and I do like it. The only thing is, like, I feel like it kind of starts a little bit slow, and there's a lot of like the process in between. Like, it's a lot of the, I don't know, sometimes I like books that get straight to the story, like give me it all at the, like, as soon as possible. And sometimes I do like slower type books, but I feel like recently I've just really loved books that are quick with it. Like, I just want to get to what we're gonna get to, like the nitty gritty. Give me like everything. I love that. So this one, I do like it and I want to finish it. Like, it's just one that I wanted to at least get to the end of, so I know what it's about, especially if I want to watch the show. Like, I want to read the book first before watching this show. So I am getting through it, and I'm kind of scared with where we're going in this book. I feel like I don't know what's happening, like why it's happening, who it happened to, what is going on, what's up with this family. Like, I feel scared. So I think this one did kind of do me good when it came to like taking a break from Bridgerton books, because it's completely different. It's modern, it's kind of like a mystery, suspense kind of book, family type book as well. A little bit of romance in there, not like crazy or anything, but it's done really well with kind of taking me out of like this era into a new modern era in books. So I do think that that's cool, and I do want to actually finish that today, since I'm so close to being done with it. And so I am excited. Have you guys read this book? If you've read this book, leave me a comment below. Is it one of your favorite books? Have you watched the show yet? I think the show is out. I'm not sure. I think it is though. Like, what did you guys think? I would like to know your thoughts, especially since I'll be done with the book, so you guys can let me know anything and everything. And then so for this vlog, I want to finish reading the We Were Liars, and then I want to finish reading the next 3 Bridgerton books, which is the When He Was Wicked, which I'm about 20% done with that one. And then I have, what are the other 2 called? It's in His Kiss, I think. And then On the Way to the Wedding. I think those are the last 2. So I want to finish those, and then I'm thinking we can kind of just go through like all the books at the end of this vlog, like a little Bridgerton cap, how I felt about them, maybe some spoilers and all that. I just don't know where I kind of want to go with that right now and at the moment, but I do think that that would be fun. If you guys have any recommendations for like what series of books to start, I would love to know. I see so much stuff on TikTok or Book Talk of like people loving like Powerless, or is it Powerless or Powerful? Powerless, I think it's called. There's like Caraval, there's Thrown Up Glass, there's A Court of Thorns, A Court of Roses and Thorns and Roses, which I actually read the first book of that one. I read the first book of that one and I didn't end up reading the rest of them. Not because I didn't like it, because I do. I just am not as into, or I have not been reading like as much fantasy books. I think that I needed to understand the book a little bit more. I did like it. I do really like it. So I'm going to finish that series. I think maybe I'll do that after this. I'm not 100% sure because I kind of feel like I need to reread the first book because that was already like half a year ago that I read the first book, and that one was a long one. So I don't know. We'll see. If you guys do have any series recommendations though, I would love to know what those are. I do really like fantasy books. I just am not as an expert on fantasy books either. I do like romantasy. I think those are really good, and they start to like really get me hooked in because you kind of have a love story along with like the fantasy part of it. I will read anything, honestly. I don't really like have a special like specific type of genre that I like to read. I just like anything and everything. I like thrillers. I like dark romance, romantasy, just like romance in general, novels. I just love like anything and everything. Give it to me, like I love it. So if you do have any recommendations, I would love to hear them. Let's kind of get started into this reading vlog. And last time I didn't film as much of me reading as I thought I did. I thought I was filming like a bunch of me reading all the time, but I guess I hadn't. And so like there was parts of the book where I wish I would have been filming because I was like, holy shoot, to a few of the books. And then there's some where I'm just like kicking and screaming and giggling and stuff because it's so sweet. Yeah, I'll try to be a little bit better on this reading vlog to kind of share more of that process, or like just more of me reading as well as my thoughts, maybe just like some voiceovers of what was going on in my head during those points in the books. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over this with you. I hope you guys enjoy. Not ready for that part of the book. I'm currently reading We Were Liars, and I did not even expect it to be that bad. I thought it was something else. Like, I did not think it was that. And holy freaking shoot. I don't even know if I could read it. This is a sad one. I don't know if I could read it anymore today, though. I'm having a really hard time reading Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit of an update on where I am in my like reading, in my books that I've currently caught up on. I know I'm supposed to be finishing like all of the Bridgerton books this blog, which I think I will actually, because I think last time I updated you guys, I was still on, was I To Sir Philip with Love, I think it was, which is Eloise's story. I did actually like that book a lot. However, I think I'm liking like other books in this series more. After that book, I took a break and I ended up reading the We Were Liars one, which I did end up chatting to you guys about a little bit. I actually really enjoyed that book. It's not that long. It's a really quick read. So I was just like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna read through it. And then I actually ended up really liking that book. I think it was, I don't know if I like it so much as to say like I will reread it. I think I liked it, like I enjoyed it, but it was a sad book. Like, if you're looking to have maybe a good cry, I'm an easy crier too. So even if something small happens in a book or a movie or just anything, I will most likely cry. So that book definitely made me have a good cry. I was not expecting that. It did take quite a bit of a turn, but I did really like it. I think that you guys should read it. I haven't actually watched the show that just came out on Amazon, I think. Amazon Prime. I haven't watched it, and I did want to make sure that I finished the book first. So yeah, that one I actually really enjoyed. I think if you guys have read it or haven't read it, if you've watched the show, I think you're just gonna enjoy it regardless of if you end up reading the book. But you should read the book if you haven't. It does take you on a little bit of a twist. I wasn't expecting it really, but I really did like having like that little bit of a break. I think with the Bridgerton books, like I really do enjoy them. I think they're really good books. I just feel like they start to get a little bit repetitive, and there's 8 siblings, so you have 8 books to go through on how their love story comes about or anything like that. So that's why I kind of wanted to take a little bit of a break. And then I don't even know how to say Hyacinth's book. Hers is It's in His Kiss. I just finished that yesterday. I really liked that one. I think the whole, like, in addition to her finding like love for herself, she's only 22, you know, she's very sure in who she is as a person, and she doesn't think that she's gonna find somebody that's like up to her standards or anything like that. I think that one's just fun. And then there's like an undertone of like a scavenger hunt adventure type in that book, and I think that that one's really fun. I really enjoyed reading it. I think that one's probably one of my favorite ones because it's not just about her finding love and all of that. It's more about her growing a relationship and friendship with somebody else because of this like story. And there's a lot of Lady Danbury in this one, and I do really love her. So I think that's also why I love that book, which is actually kind of funny because now that I think about it, Lady Danbury is one of my favorite characters because I also love Colin and Penelope's story, and she's in that one a lot too. So maybe she's just one of my favorite characters. But anyways, I love her. I did really enjoy that book. I am just now starting to get into Gregory's book. It's called On the Way to the Wedding. And I already like this one. For sure, like when I had started reading and I had gotten through like the first 4 books, I was already like, oh, I'm probably not even gonna care about Hyacinth's book or about Gregory's because I don't really know them. They're very young. They're the younger siblings, and like they're not very much included in any of the other books, only like little tidbits. Hyacinth more than Gregory. He's always like off at eating or something. But I like this book a lot, and I was not expecting that. I'm only about 25% through. I'm listening to the audiobook on this one, which I will say I read the first 5 books on my Kindle, and then it was just easier for me to get through these next 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 books in audiobook because I was already starting to like lose interest, and it's just easier for me to listen to them while I do other things. I'm just telling you right now, like I don't think I like listening to the audiobooks as much as I actually like reading the book on my Kindle, because the audiobook has the same narrators every time, and like I already automatically attach the narrator's voice to certain characters that either the Bridgerton person and their love interest. So I kind of like don't really like that it continues, although I know that makes sense. Like of course they're going to be narrating the whole book, but for some reason it really just throws me off because I'm like, this is the voice of Francesca, this isn't Hyacinth's voice, you know, like stuff like that. So I think the audiobook wasn't the way to go. I'm still gonna finish it, the audiobook for the On the Way to the Wedding, just because I mean it makes sense. I'm almost through it anyways, but I think I would have preferred to probably read them on my Kindle. Anyways, I did just want to give you guys a little bit of an update on that. I am excited to be over the Bridgerton books. I did really enjoy the process of like reading them and just like getting a chance to go through all of them, but I do think it was quite a bit. Not that the books are like too big or anything, they're not that bad. They're not like super quick reads for me personally, but they're not like long reads either. It's just like they start to get a little bit repetitive, or it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Do you guys feel that way when it comes to like the Bridgerton books? I know it's like love stories over and over and over, and I love love stories. Like I love little giddy moments, kick my feet and stuff, giggling to myself. Like I do love that, but I think it's just a lot right now. And so that's why I really wanted to take a little bit of a break there. But I am really glad to be almost over with the series, because then I can move on to something else. And not because I don't already love the books. I do really do like them, and I am really excited to actually get into the show. That's like also one of my favorite things, but I do want to move on to something else. So I just started the Tempest of Tea, or the something like that. It's a vampire series, I think it is, or it's like one book, I'm not sure, but I got it from the library and I really like it. I think it's a good change of pace. I think I've just been on the historical romance with Bridgerton and stuff, and the We Were Liars is more of like a modern story that's just like a one-off, although there's a prequel to that, but I don't know if I really want to read it. I don't, maybe in the future, but that one was already not one that I was 100% wanting to go through, so I don't know if I'll read the prequel to that. I am just really excited to start something new. My husband did buy me because I love to watch the Tinkerbell movies. Like I end up watching them once a year just because they're so whimsical and fun, and I love like all the little details, not even like the main, although I do love like all the characters. I love like all the little details of the Tinkerbell universe and Pixie Hollow and like all of that. So yesterday I have been watching the Tinkerbell movies this week, and so I was watching the Secret of the Wings last night, and then it just got me wanting to read the Queen Clarion and Lord Malord, whatever the Lord is of the winter season, like their love story and the little, it makes me want to just like, you know what I mean? So he bought me the Kindle book and now I have it on my Kindle. But have you guys ever had one of those moments where you don't even want to start reading it because you don't want it to be over? And that's how I feel right now. Like he got it for me last night after we watched the movie, and I was just like super excited and I can't wait to read it. Like I know it's going to be so good, and it has like great ratings. I've seen so much about it on TikTok, and I can't bring myself to start reading it because I love it so much already. Like the story, I already know that I'm going to just eat it up, and so I just am scared to start it, so that I just don't want it to be over, because I feel like I've been holding off on reading it. Also because there's like 11-week hold on Libby, and I didn't know if I wanted to actually get like the physical book or the Kindle book or anything like that, so I didn't end up doing anything with that. And then last night he was like, I got you a surprise, and so I have it now, but I just don't know if I want to start reading it yet. I want to get through this Bridgerton book. I still have 75% of it. I want to finish The Tempest of Tea. I feel like that's what it's called. I don't know what it's actually called. Let me see. I think I want to finish that one. Oh, Wings of Starlight is the book about Queen Clarion and the Lord of the Winter Season. Okay, it's called A Tempest of Tea by Hafsah Faizal. I said that probably completely wrong, but I want to finish those first and then start reading Wings of Starlight, because I'm just like holding on to it so badly. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll actually end up not doing any of that and actually start on Wings of Starlight because I'm obsessed with all of that. But we'll see. Yeah. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this vlog. So I officially finished all of the Bridgerton books as well as A Tempest of Tea. I'm pretty sure it's called A Tempest of Tea. I don't know why I don't remember it too. Literally, I already finished it. But I finished all the Bridgerton books. I'm actually quite surprised at how much I really liked Hyacinth's and Gregory's books. I think I like them most, or I started to like get back into it because they kind of have like a subplot of, in Hyacinth's book, it's more like of a mystery, like they're trying to find a treasure, kind of something like that. And then in Gregory's book, it's more of like a forbidden love, like you couldn't, there was like a family secret that couldn't be shared. So I think that's really the main reason that I actually liked those books a little bit more, or enjoyed them a little bit more than the ones in between. Although Francesca's book I did like a lot, but I did start to get a little bit bored. I don't know if it's just because I like read one right after the other. Maybe I should have just like taken my time and read a couple of books in between those and actually tried to read them all, because I did feel like I kind of lost interest like halfway through. But I did end up reading those. I did really like them. I do want to rank them with you guys because I just think it's like I wasn't really expecting certain things out of some books. But if I were to rank the Bridgerton books, I think Romancing Mr. Bridgerton would be first. When He Was Wicked would be second, I think. A Viscount Who Loved Me, It's in His Kiss, A Duke and I, On the Way to the Wedding, To Sir Philip with Love, An Offer from a Gentleman. I think that's how I would rank them. I didn't really like certain characters in the entire story, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly how I would rank them, because I just like the... I like ones with subplots as well, or like some, it has to be more than just like the love story for me, I think. Not always. I just think for some of these, I did end up getting a little bit bored there. So that's how I would rank those books. I did really enjoy them. If you guys do like them, like definitely let me know. Is the show worth watching? Like I haven't even watched it yet, even though I've told myself like after I read the books, I will watch the show. I just haven't gotten into it just yet. So I'll probably start that and then see. I know that they haven't done all the series or all the seasons of the books just yet, just a few of the stories there. But I, for one, love Penelope and Colin's story. I think theirs is my favorite out of everybody's. So yeah, that's why they're first on that list. But when it comes to A Tempest of Tea, I wasn't expecting to finish it. I did just kind of like go through it. I did both audiobook and reading it on my Kindle. So like when I wasn't reading it on my Kindle, I was listening to the audiobook. And so it just kind of worked out that way. I actually did end up liking that one quite a bit. At first, I didn't really get into it as much. At first, it does really have like a strong hook. It's just that I don't know if I just wasn't fully paying attention or whatnot, but it kind of was a little bit hard for me to get into. And then once I actually started to pay attention to it, it's a really good book. I did really like it. It's a vampire type of book. And also with that one, the second book isn't out until September. So I am a little bit sad about that because I thought that it was already out. And I didn't have to wait, but now I will have to wait for the second book to come out in September, especially with the twist this book has. It has a twist that I was not expecting. I kind of felt like something was up a little bit on the way through, like halfway through or like 3/4 of the way through, because there was just like some things that were said that I was like, okay, something's happening or I'm missing something. So I did think something was up, and I was not expecting what actually happened. So I'm just really excited for the second book to come out in September. And you know, when that does come out, we'll be able to read that together, or I'll have another reading vlog at that time. But yeah, I really enjoyed all the books that I read on this. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Let me know what you guys are currently reading, or some books I should read. I did want to let you guys know that I already started Fourth Wing. And I am obsessed. I don't want to get too much into it because I want that to be included in my next reading vlog, because I really wanted to just focus on Bridgerton and what I was reading along with that, which was The Tempest of Tea. And I really did enjoy those books. But for the next one, just to give you guys a little hint, I did start Fourth Wing and I love it. So if you guys do have any book recommendations or any books that I should add to my TBR, do let me know. I would love to know what you guys have in mind. And I also want to get into books that I don't normally read. Like sometimes that happens where I stick to a certain genre so much, or certain genres, that I don't go out of them. And so I don't even give myself the chance to like other genres or other books that I normally wouldn't like, or I think I wouldn't like. So yes, if you guys have any book recommendations for me, I send them all my way. Like I want to know everything. I also want to get into annotating my books. That was a question I asked on TikTok, because I do like I highlight a lot in my books, but I do want to get the physical books, at least for the Fourth Wing or the Empyrean series. That way I can tab along all the important things that happen in there. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.